This is your stimulus package update for Sunday, October 18, 2020. Please like and subscribe at the bottom of the page. We encourage you to subscribe because it allows us to be our channel and also allows you to receive updates as soon as we post them. We are Stimulus Review urgently request congressional and then presidential action in regards to stimulus for this economy and the American people. With COVID-19 cases on the rising, 70,000 cases a day, and the economy imploding, the American people have received nothing but gridlock. Stimulus is the only hope for this economy. Here's the article from a noted economist, because the economy is sort of hanging in there for now, said Yeva Nersesian, associate professor of economics at Franklin and Marshall College. The unemployment rate has come down, but at the same time the labor force participation rate, which is basically measuring the percentage of people who are eligible to be working who are actually either working or looking for work, that number is down from the February numbers. February is the last month before the pandemic began to shut down large parts of the economy, forcing millions out of work. Then the rate was 3.5%. By April it was spiked to 14.7%. By September it had fallen to 7.9%, which is an improvement, but still doesn't suggest a healthy job market. And things are not looking up for small businesses. Nersesian continue. A lot of them will probably close permanently. A lot of jobs losses are permanent job losses compared to February numbers. So that's not looking good for now. Another dip in the economy would damage businesses and unemployed Americans far beyond what we've seen so far. Additional stimulus could prevent or delay further damage. But Democrats and Republicans remain divided on how much stimulus is necessary and how it should be doled out. Meanwhile, households and the economy are incurring damage from their inaction. We are truly in dangerous economic times. Hopefully Congress and the President are getting on their job. Let's look at another article that implied some hope. Talk continue on a possible second stimulus package between House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin. And the House and the White House seem to be inching towards some sort of common ground. That common ground, however, is far removed from anything the Senate might approve. How far exactly? If Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is to be believed, well over $1 trillion. Pelosi and Mnuchin spoke at length Thursday afternoon. And in those discussions, a major hurdle was overcome. The two sides now seemed willing to include a national strategic testing plan and not quibble over the specific language, according to a spokesperson for Pelosi. Both sides already agree on the need for another round of stimulus checks of up to $1,200. Additional federal funding for unemployment insurance, on top of what states are already provide, is also in the mix. The CARES that included a weekly add-on of $600. A second stimulus package would likely include another payment in the $400 to $600 range as well. Some distance still between what the House Democrats want to spend and what the White House has officially proposed. The House passed a $2.2 trillion package a few weeks ago. The White House proposed a $1.8 trillion package last weekend. President Trump and also made clear that he is willing to spend even more, so the significance of that $400 billion gap is unclear. As the president said in a town hall Thursday evening, "We're negotiating. I'm ready to sign a big, beautiful stimulus. I want it to be big, I want it to be broad. That's the Pelosi and I, if we agree to something, the Republicans will agree with it." That was probably news to McConnell. Much more insignificant than the $400 billion gap is the significant $1.5 trillion gap between the total cost of a potential Pelosi-Mnuchin deal and what the Senate Republicans would be willing to spend. The Senate is set to vote this coming Monday on a proposal for more payroll assistance worth a total of about $500. Last month, McConnell called a $2 trillion price tag outlandish. He has also repeatedly stated he would not even bring a comprehensive package to the floor. Pelosi, for her part, has been equally uninterested in entertaining standalone measures. But yesterday McConnell mentioned to reporters that we are in discussions with the Secretary of Treasury and the Speaker of the House about a higher amount. And President Trump seems willing to impress upon the Majority Leader the need for a larger stimulus package. So today the state of stimulus talks remain fluid, even as time runs out on reaching a deal before the election. The need for a second round of stimulus, however, grows more urgent by the day. Job growth is slowing, and layoffs are rising. Last week 898,000 people filed for unemployment benefit for the first time, the highest level of new jobless claims in 2 months. Another 373,000 more don't qualify for traditional unemployment requested pandemic unemployment assistance. The first round extended check is months in the past for most people. And now unemployment aid is starting to run out for those who lost their jobs early in the pandemic. That will only continue. The extra $600 a week benefit from the kids that ended in July. And in the coming weeks and months, whatever unemployment benefits that states provide will also start to run out. So we hear a lot about the extra $600 notes. Yeva Nersesian, associate professor of economics at Franklin and Marshall College. Are people going to get it, or is Congress going to do it or not? But a more important question is whether we will extend the over which people can collect unemployment. It depends on the state. From 13 to 26 weeks, that's how long unemployed people can collect unemployment. And for many of them, I think by the end of the year, it's going to run out. For those that it doesn't, maybe early next spring, that's when it's going to run out. We would also see a lot more small business closures, which is very unfortunate. Nersesian. David Joy, Chief Market Strategist for American Financial, agreed. I think we're going to need that ridge of additional round of fiscal stimulus, because a lot of the original stimulus has run out. And that means unemployment benefits are declining, mortgage and rent forbearance is declining. And so we continue to need to get that bridge, in order to make sure that the economic recovery impact all members of the economy, and it get people back to work. We need a healthy economy across the entire spectrum of society. The economy is stagnating. There is not yet a full confidence that the economy has gained sufficient traction to sustain recovery that we've enjoyed over the last 3+ months. They enjoy. And that's why we are seeing a number of interested observers still calling for another round of stimulus. You see the Federal Reserve calling it, you see private industry calling for it. And so there is still that sense that the economy continues to need more help. Will Washington answer the call for more stimulus? We at Stimulus Review Update urge Congress once again to pass this urgent legislation. Thank you and subscribe.